This episode is sponsored by Scars and Stripes Coffee. Reynolds Revival, the producers of Bobcast Coffee, have teamed up with Scars and Stripes to support veterans and provide you with some of the best coffee to put in your mug. You can check out Scars and Stripes by following the link in the description. There you'll find out all about their mission, different products, and of course, order yourself some wonderful coffee. Who is Bob and why should you care? I don't know, but we'll figure it out together. So to start this inquiry, I created my own definition of Bob, and it goes like this. Bob is a passionate friend who is dependable, loved by many, and hated by few. Oh, but those few are fanatically against Bob. A ride with Bob can be as dangerous as it is fun. So to back up my definition, I will provide as evidence my life. Now, all stories are real as far as I can truthfully recall. If I can't truthfully recall, I will tell you. Now, I don't lie. I do embellish the stories for flavor, but I won't change the truth. With that said, some dates and times can be a bit foggy. 58 years takes its toll. So if I say it was a long time ago, that's close enough. I will always try to keep each Bobcast not terribly long and drawn out. I will give a warning if it looks like I'm going to go into overtime. So today, let's start by looking at the greatest turning point in my life, which is Bob meeting Linda. The greatest turning point in my life, episode 1. In my early 30s, I was living in Pasadena, California, working for a mini storage company called Space Bank Mini Storage. My acting career was all but dead. I was in debt, barely making ends meet, and looking at packing it all up and moving back to Oklahoma. This time in my life was bleak. On the positive side, I was a member in a little church in Pasadena, Church of the Foothills. That church greatly changed my life. This is the place that I learned not only to believe in God, but to understand that He was there and always willing to listen and answer me. Thanks to Pastor Larry, the man who baptized me, and Pastor Todd, who married Linda and I. These men taught me the fundamentals to Christianity. At this time, I was very lonely, and I wanted more than just an occasional date here or there, so I spent some time talking to God. Bob said something like this. Hey God, it's me again. I'm tired of being alone and I want something more meaningful in my life. I want to find a woman who needs me, who appreciates me for what I can do. Now, as I said, I was going to the Church of the Foothills, a Church of God congregation. Because there are several Church of God denominations, they like to say Church of God, Anderson, Indiana, which separates them from the other churches of God. But I'll go into denominations and Bob some other time. In our church, we had an organization called the Women of the Church of God, lovingly known as the Blue Hairs. Mostly elderly women, widows, and some married. Now, if you can't see where this is going, I'll spell it out. After my talk with God, I started to get phone calls from different women from the church to come help with things for them See, I was a handyman at the mini storage, so I was equipped to help with minor plumbing, electrical work, yard work, etc. And after several weeks of this, Bob is back on the phone with God. Hey God, I see what you did there, and yes, it's very funny. If you would please stop laughing in my head, I will try this again. Okay, I'm praying to you for someone who needs me, someone who will appreciate what I do, and someone close to my age. And if they're attractive, that wouldn't hurt either. About a week after this conversation, Jim Barrett, the church board president, comes by at work and says, "Have I found the woman for you? Next board meeting, I'll introduce you to her." Yes, for some stupid reason, the church voted me on their board. Now, here is something else a Bob should just never do. Hey, sure, I want to meet her. Here I am praying to God to meet someone. And this is when Jim runs across this woman. Now, a couple of weeks later, we had a church board meeting. And Jim invites the new secretary to come explain the financial books to the board. Now, this is a small church and everyone wears several hats. So, now here I am across the table from this very attractive woman who is speaking in a very easy to understand way the finances of the church, line by line. Wow, I was smitten. So after the meeting, Jim comes up to me and he's going to take me over to meet her. And he looks at me and he says, "What do you think, Bob?" I smiled and I said, "She's great. But did you notice she's also married?" In Jim's excitement, he missed that fact. Okay, back to God that night, and this time I used the direct line. "God, let's stop joking around here. I'm trying to be serious. Here's my petition to you, creator of everything. Wanted, female, round my age, not married. Now, no baggage. I mean no ex, no kids, financially stable. I wasn't, so why would I want more money hardships? Someone I can build a life from scratch with." Now, I think that should be clear enough. Amen. Now comes the drought. For months, I can't get a date. I can find no prospects for a date. I'm just done. If I work another month or two, I can bank up enough money to get back to Oklahoma. So during this time of defeat is when Linda and I started to really get to know each other. I was helping around the church, which gave Linda and I time to talk. This is the time that Linda's divorce became public information. I and an army of friends and family helped her move out of her house and into a condo. This also helped me get to know her 3 kids. One night during this time, I got back on the line with God. "Hey, what do you think you're doing, God?" I said. I wanted no baggage. This lady has 3 boys, 2 ex-husbands, and just went through a bankruptcy connected to this last divorce. Now, I told you what I wanted. A small, quiet voice said, "And I know what you need." Damn it, God. Okay, you win. And thank you for this gift. And from then on, I have thanked God for her and the boys, now 4 of them, for the good days and the bad. How can a gift from God ever go unappreciated? I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did reliving it. If anything, it reminds me God never gives bad gifts. Till the next time.